personal help in the days ahead.
Don't look to me to replace this man. Look to me to remember what he was all about. Try to follow his footsteps. You want to help me be more like John McCain.
The senior senator from South Carolina, Lindsey Graham, remembering John McCain. President Trump admits he's increasingly frustrated with the Justice Department that he says is looking for criminal activity in all the wrong places.
Our Justice Department and our FBI at the top of each, because inside they have incredible people. But our Justice Department and our FBI have to start doing their job and doing it right and doing it now.
Mr. Trump speaking at a rally in Evansville, Indiana, the president leading that rally for Republican businessman Mike Braun, challenging incumbent Democrat Senator Joe Donnelly. On Wall Street this morning, stock futures in the red, Dow futures down about 23 points, NASDAQ futures 8 points lower. More on these stories at townhall.com.
If this were just any door, and this were just any ignition, connected to just any transmission, in just any vehicle, then perhaps it would be okay to buy it from just anyone. But this is not just any car. It's a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz. Every detail has been inspected and road tested by highly skilled Mercedes-Benz technicians. And it's all backed by an unlimited mileage warranty for up to 5 years, which makes the decision of where to buy one
This hour from Town Hall.
5 years, which makes the decision of where to buy one simple. Your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer. The certified pre-owned sales event going on now through August 31st. Come in today and take advantage of first month's payment credit and special financing offers available through Mercedes-Benz Financial Services. Because in the end, it's absolute confidence in genuine Mercedes-Benz parts, or it isn't. It's either Mercedes-Benz certified pre-owned, or it isn't.
See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for complete details and limitations on first month's payment credit and certified pre-owned warranties.
Australia's Roman Catholic Church opposes a proposed law that would require priests to report cases of child abuse revealed in the confessional. An official inquiry recommended that change.
The church says it has no intention of changing the rules of secrecy surrounding the confessional. The Catholic Bishops' Conference here in Australia says that it is one of the main tenets of their faith. So you have to say that there could well be a collision looming between the Catholic authorities and the state and federal authorities, given that 2 Australian states have made it a crime for priests who failed to report child abuse that they've heard in the confessional.
That's the BBC's Phil Mercer. Former Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull resigned from Parliament Friday, triggering a by-election that could bring down the unpopular Conservative government in Australia. News and analysis at townhall.com. A volcano can really hurt your tourism business.
Hawaii's Big Island continued to experience sharp declines in visitors and tourism spending last month amid the Kilauea volcano's eruption. The Hawaii Tourism Authority says the number of travelers to the island sank 12.7% in July compared to the same month last year. Spending by visitors declined 7.2% to $201 million. Lava mostly stopped flowing from the volcano early this month. It was vigorously erupting in July. Tourists had few options to see lava because Hawaii Volcanoes National Park closed in May due to eruption dangers. There was also no public viewing area outside the park. Keith Peters reporting.
Organizers of Aretha Franklin's funeral insisted it will be a service, not a show. The invitation-only funeral at Detroit's Greater Grace Temple caps off a week of events, included high-profile public viewings and tribute concerts. More on these stories at townhall.com.
With SRN Sports, I'm Michael Harrington. Let's start with Major League Baseball action from yesterday. In the American League, the Mariners jump out to an early lead and cruise to a win over the A's.
In a must-win situation to remain in contention for the wild card, the Mariners defeated the A's 7-1 in the opener of a four-game series. After beating Oakland, Seattle was 4.5 games back of the second wild card spot. Wade LeBlanc pitched 7 scoreless innings, giving up only 3 hits to pick up the win. LeBlanc says it's important to win games against everyone, even though they know Oakland is directly ahead of them in the standings.
You want to go out, you want to beat these guys, but at the same time, you want to beat everybody.
The Mariners scored 5 times in the first. A throwing error by A's third baseman Matt Chapman allowed 2 runs to score, and later Bohannigan hit his 23rd homer. Despite giving up 7 runs and taking the loss, Frankie Montas pitched 6 innings, the most by an A's starting pitcher in the last 9 games. Ryan Leong, Oakland.
Elsewhere, the Angels beat Houston yesterday 5-2. This is SRN Sports. More baseball scores: Red Sox 9, White Sox 4. The Yankees fell to Detroit 8-7. Indians 5, Minnesota 3. In the National League yesterday, Brewers 2, Reds 1 in 11 innings. St. Louis blank Pittsburgh 5-0. Cubs 5, Atlanta 4. San Diego over Colorado 3-2 in 13 innings. Arizona beat the Dodgers 3-1. AP Top 25 college football. The season resumed last night. Mackenzie Milton threw for 346 yards and 5 touchdowns. And number 21 UCF routed UConn 56-17 to extend the longest winning streak in the nation to 14 games. The reigning American Athletic Conference Offensive Player of the Year completed 24 of 32 and ran for another 50 yards. Tennis, make it 18 for 18 for Roger Federer in the second round of the U.S. Open. The number 2 seed continues his streak of reaching the third round. In the tournament, he's won 5 times. Novak Djokovic into the third round as well. This is SRN Sports.
With an SRN News Business Brief, I'm George Manzani. During a Make America Great rally in Evansville, Indiana last night, President Trump told an enthusiastic crowd policies are the reason for strong economic performance.
We have the best economy in the history of our country. Factories are reopening. Jobs are pouring back into the United States.
And another number on the president's side, consumer spending up for a 6th straight month, up a solid 0.4% in July. Inflation up 2.3% for the 12 months ending in July, fastest annual
WOBP.
since March 2012.
Good morning.
Wall Street did close lower on Thursday.
Outstanding.
13 Dow off 137.
Yes, ma'am.
5,986.
Got both of them. Thank you, dear.
You're welcome. Have a blessed weekend.
You too.
In business, I'm George Manzani.
Jefferson County plans to put a school resource officer in every county school as part of a new safety plan. With the news flash, I'm Trey Westerberg on your hometown radio station 1290 WOPP. Sheriff Mike Hale says there are currently 25 officers for the 56 schools in the county system. He says they plan to hire enough contract deputies to cover all 56 county schools. A jail inmate has walked away from a gas station while he and other inmates were headed for a work detail. Morgan County authorities said deputies were looking for 30-year-old Abdullah Russell of Decatur. The van driver stopped at a gas station earlier Thursday morning. Other inmates were returned to jail for questioning. 3 people accused of running a pill mill have been indicted. 85-year-old John Buckingham, 53-year-old Cindy Dunn, and 56-year-old Thomas Dunn were indicted Wednesday in Birmingham. Prosecutors say the defendants ran the clinic for years. They face charges including maintaining drug-involved premises. With the news flash, I'm Trey Westerberg on your hometown radio station 1290 WOPP.
Quicken Loans presents the Sports Flash, driven by Jeep on your hometown station, 1290 WOPP. The Tampa Bay Rays with an 8-5 victory over the Atlanta Braves at SunTrust Park. Johan Camargo had a 3-run home run for Atlanta. Ronald Acuna Jr. and Charlie Culberson with RBI singles. Sean Newcomb, though, took the loss. He went 4 innings, allowed 6 runs with 7 strikeouts. He falls to 11-7. The game was delayed in the 6th inning for over an hour due to rain. Alabama and Louisville kicking off the regular season on Saturday down in Orlando, Florida. The Crimson Tide are a perfect 11-0 under head coach Nick Saban in season openers. Tua Tagovailoa and Jalen Hurts listed as co-starters at quarterback on the depth chart. While the Auburn Tigers will be facing Washington and Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. First ever meeting between the schools. Coming up tonight, the UAB Blazers kick off the season against Savannah State. And the NASCAR Monster Energy Series racing Sunday night at Darlington. 6 months of Apple Music free with the official vehicles of summer from Jeep. I'm Tony Desiri on your hometown station, 1290 WOPP.
Athletic Director and Head Coach Brent Hill. Bobcat Preview and Review on Fridays at 9:05. Brought to you by Larry's Prescriptions, CCB Community Bank,
David's Catfish House,
Op Help and Rehabilitation, Lance Jackson CPA,
Isaiah Memorial Hospital,
TNC Pharmacy,
Caroline's Country Stores,
Covington Pecan,
Hardee's, H.C. Acre Trucking Company,
Haynes Ambulance Service, Horn Beverage Company,
Papa G's,
J.M. Jackson Chevrolet Buick, Revenue Commissioner George Chuck Patterson,
Southern Independent Bank,
the Op Gun Shop, the Op Donut Shop,
S&P Communication,
Store All Buildings, Air Control, here on your official Bobcat station, WOPP.
Mahindra presents the Race Flash.
Powered by SB Nation Radio.
Former NASCAR Truck Series driver Rick Crawford will spend a minimum of 10 years in federal prison after being found guilty of enticing a minor to engage in sexual activity. Prosecutors presented evidence that Crawford engaged in email and text communications with a person that he believed to be the father of a 12-year-old girl about engaging in sexual activity with a child. The 60-year-old Crawford made 336 starts in the Truck Series with 5 victories, but has not raced since 2012. The Monster Energy Cup Series racing Sunday night at the Bojangles Southern 500 at Darlington. Xfinity Series tomorrow night at Darlington, the VFW Sport Clips Help a Hero 200. Formula One, the Italian Grand Prix this weekend at Monza, and the IndyCar Series racing at Portland. That's your Mahindra Race Flash.
Powered by SB Nation Radio.
After a long hot summer, a summer of running, lifting weights, sweating like mad, and preparing for a new season, the magic of autumn Friday nights is on us again. At Southern Independent Bank, we know that the scoreboard, while important tonight, isn't as important as the life lessons of discipline, hard work, teamwork, and commitment to excellence to make our student athletes winners already. Best wishes for a great season. Southern Independent Bank, in Op and Andalusia, member FDIC, and equal housing led.
Get ready for one of the premier showdowns in all of college football this season. Troy versus Boise State, Saturday, September 1st at the Vet. Single game tickets start at $15 and are on sale now. Get yours at 1-877-878-WIN or visit TroyTrojans.com/ticket. Troy versus Boise State. Each won 11 games last year and are loaded again in 2018. Pack the Vet as we will be united in Cardinal on September 1st for Troy football versus Boise State. TroyTrojans.com/tickets.
Absolutely spectacular! Touchdown, men of Troy!
Hi, this is the radio voice of the Troy Trojans, Barry McKnight, and it's tea time. Join us throughout the football season right here, and we'll bring you the exciting action of Troy football every week. Our coverage on the largest radio network in the Sun Belt Conference, your front row pass for Troy Trojans football, is right here on the Troy Sports Radio Network.
The Trojan broadcast brought to you by Larry's Prescriptions, CCB Community Bank,
David's Catfish House,
Op Help and Rehabilitation,
Isaiah Memorial Hospital,
TNC Pharmacy,
Caroline's Country Stores,
Covington Pecan,
Hardee's,
Haynes Ambulance Service, Horn Beverage Company,
Papa G's,
J.M. Jackson Chevrolet Buick,
Southern Independent Bank,
the Op Gun Shop, the Op Donut Shop,
S&P Communication,
Store All Buildings.
Join us all season long right here on your home for Troy football. Troy's oldest affiliate, WOPP, your community radio station.
Thank you, Coach. We appreciate you, man. That's a retired coach there, you know. Lately, the legend himself. All right, Rich, we're going to try it this way and see if you like me talking a little bit before I actually plug it in and see what happens that way. Let me say it is 72 degrees here at the studios of WOPP.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hear Rich's forecast hourly on these Blue Water Broadcasting radio stations.
Hey, good morning, everybody, on this Friday morning. Very last day of
Good morning, Sandra, Effie, Josh, Marvin, Kimmy, Jeannie, Jackie, Sharon, Ira, I don't know who all, but we appreciate you.
Tomorrow, Troy is playing at home at 5 o'clock, and ASU Tuskegee here in town at 5 o'clock. I have the latest rain chances for here in the Gulf Coast beaches, and yesterday I mentioned how the tropics are starting to send...
I've got the thing doing something stupid again, which I'm pretty good at doing.
...how it could affect us over the next 7 days. Plenty of moisture available to work with today. This is the moisture channel, so that's one factor we need. Plus, you add in some...
Oh, well. Glad to have y'all this morning.
Two areas of high pressure, so a little weakness in the atmosphere.
You put all those factors together and boom, you got a good chance of showers and thunderstorms developing. There's a very active future radar today. They'll be scattered to numerous. Not every town will get one. You know the drill. So scattered showers and storms, high temperature today, perhaps 90 to 92. Tonight's low around 73. I think the winds will be light except near thunderstorms with stronger wind gusts. Saturday, now tomorrow I've taken the rain chances down a bit. I've eased the rain chances down to 30% on Saturday, 20% chance on Sunday. So the storms start to thin out as high pressure in the upper atmosphere builds into the area. And Labor Day, too, isolated storms around, so I've got the rain chances at 20%. Then we'll have to watch for something tropical, maybe a tropical wave coming in Tuesday, enhancing our rain chances as it moves westward, okay? Meanwhile, remember yesterday the European was showing an organized tropical system off the coast on Wednesday. Now it's not an organized system, but still we see a cluster of storms in the northern Gulf on Wednesday on the European, and more general showers and thunderstorms of a tropical nature on the GFS on Wednesday. So we'll continue to monitor that situation. The next few days, we've got the rain chances down to 30% tomorrow. Then a 20% chance Sunday and Monday is about as low as it gets. And then the rain chances start to spike again Tuesday and Wednesday with that tropical feature moving in. High temperatures generally will be in the lower 90s. Now, the beach forecast, as I've been telling you, the rain chances are better down at the beach for the next few days, as high as 60% tomorrow and Saturday, and a 50-50 chance Sunday and Monday. Gulf water temperature 85. A lot of that has to do with some westward moving tropical waves, which will be interacting with the coastal areas, all right? So, speaking of the tropics, we have now a 10% chance that that system north of Hispaniola could develop over the next few days. And we have potential tropical cyclone 6 out there in the far eastern Atlantic, just off the coast of Africa. Could become a hurricane over the next few days. And you can see the rest of the tropics. There's clusters of storms here and there. The one we are most interested in is just north of Hispaniola, and it doesn't look very organized this morning as it moves off in the general direction of the Bahamas and towards Florida. The European now says a 30 to 40% chance this could become a depression in the northern Gulf of Mexico on days 6 and 7 as it moves in the general direction of Texas. Farther out, we see what will become Florence out there, and two other little waves coming off of Africa. So the African wave train.
No headlines.
Watch the tropics. So you can read that too.
It's not us stealing the new ones. They're now being revamped.
Our weather app is a great companion on the road because it knows where you are. It'll give you the current weather.
So they don't have it right now.
And
So I got
warnings
to
for
find
that
somewhere
area.
else.
Go to the App Store. It's
I ain't had
Rich
time to
Thomas
look.
weather. So that's it this morning. Excited that football is
Everything's long
underway tomorrow. There'll be
today.
no video tomorrow because
Well,
it is
those days,
Saturday.
too.
But there will be live updates in the
A lot of times
morning
first
hours, weekend, bringing you up to date on the forecast and keeping a track on the tropics as well. Live on the radio this morning from 6 to 9 on News Talk 93.1 with Greg and Emily and Rusty will be in for Jay this morning, and Bailey the Wonder Dog, who is out here somewhere. I hope you have a great day today and a nice weekend. Your forecast, whenever you want it, across the dial on 8 radio stations, the Blue Water family of stations. Hey, check us out on TV this morning, 5:50 a.m. on CBS 8 and ABC 32. We talk weather. And then at 6:40 a.m., our morning crew interacts with their morning crew as well. I'll see you later. Have a good one.
Rich Thomas weather.
The things that I hoped for, the things that I dreamed, the plans that my husband and I had, pretty much in every way they fell apart.
Sometimes life doesn't turn out the way you planned. Sarah Hagerty on Focus on the Family Minute recalling a time when she really struggled and how she grew closer to God through that.
And multiple times when we thought this could not get any worse, the next day something terrible happened. Everything I want for my life feels like it's sand in my hands. I have it for a second and then it's gone. It was in that time that I really started to feel the invitation of God to find out who he really was to the brokenhearted. And that finding him as near to the broken, first seeing myself as broken, going, my life is not working like I thought. I'm not producing like I thought. I'm not feeling the success of being a Christian in this world. So who are you to me?
God is close to the brokenhearted. More at FamilyMinute.org.
Troy's Military and Family Scholarship caps the cost of tuition at $250 per credit hour for active duty military, reservists, and National Guard. Also, your spouse and dependents receive up to 50% in tuition savings. Troy is committed to keeping higher education affordable for graduate and undergraduate students. That's the Trojan Warrior Spirit. For details, visit troy.edu/military spirit. Apply by October 5th to begin classes this term.
This week's specials at the Farmer's IGA.
Lean ground beef, $1.77 a pound. USDA boneless ribeye steaks, $7.77 a pound. Fresh pork spare ribs, $1.88 a pound. Bluebell ice cream, half gallon, 2 for $10. Kraft mayo, 30 ounces, $1.99. Hunt's ketchup, 24 ounces, 88 cents. Kraft barbecue sauce, 18 ounces, 77 cents. Coke, Sprite, and Melon Yellow 12-pack cans, 3 for $10. Russet all-purpose potatoes, 10-pound bag, $2.88.
Shop your hometown proud Farmers IGA in Lamar Plaza. Savings plus service equals IGA.
This week.
This is Ward's Daily Almanac. I'm W.B. Ward. Today is Friday, August 31st.
That's right, one.
Today was the day we lost a princess. That and more on Ward's Daily Almanac.
Have you heard a good book lately? What kind do you like? Inspirational books? Love stories? How about a murder mystery? Best of all, how would you like to have one free? If you've been following Ward's Daily Almanac, you know that W.B. Ward has produced dozens of audiobooks available through Audible.
I know how I've done it.
If you've never ordered
on this
one,
calendar
get your
thing,
first one
it lights up the last one played.
Details, visit WBWard.com. Click audiobooks
they light up the one that's supposed
and
to
you'll
be
see how
played.
easy it is to get your first
I
one
hit the
free.
light
Visit
up.
today. That's WBWard.com.
So I reckon tell you not
Among
playing.
those born today, one tough guy in
Rain,
movies,
thanks,
James
better.
Coburn. Other birthdays today include Arthur Godfrey, Buddy Hackett, Van Morrison, and Debbie Gibson. It was Movie Mania on this date in 1887, mainly because that it was finally possible to see one. Today was the day when Thomas Edison invented the kinetoscope, the first movie projector. This was the opening of a grisly chapter in London history. On this date in 1888, the body of Mary Ann Nichols was discovered on a darkened London street. Mary had the unfortunate distinction of being the first victim of Jack the Ripper. The Berlin Wall, dividing East and West Berlin, was built on this day in 1961. One newscaster described the mounting political tensions as
East Berlin is an armed camp. It is also a witch's cauldron, gradually coming to a boil.
We're interrupting our programs to bring you the sad news of the death of Diana, Princess of Wales.
The world went into mourning on this date in 1997. It was today when we lost Diana, Princess of Wales, after an early morning car accident in France. That's a look at Friday, August 31st. To find out what happened on this or any other day of the year, just visit my website at wbward.com. That address again is wbward.com.
Mediacom's Super Savings Event is here, and that means if you're not a Mediacom customer, switch now. Bundle super fast internet, action-packed TV, and home phone for as low as $24.99 a month each for 1 year. No contract required. Ditch your current provider and call 1-800-SIMPLIFY to make the switch to Mediacom. Enjoy TV with local, sports, and cable channels on now and free on demand. Plus, everyone can be online at the same time with insanely fast internet speeds from 60 meg to 1 gig with in-home Wi-Fi. Plus, for a limited time, get Showtime for 6 months and free TiVo DVR service for 3 months. Mediacom's Super Savings Event ends soon. Call 1-800-SIMPLIFY today. Available to qualified new Mediacom customers only. Price does not include activation, installation, modem rental, local broadcast station surcharge, regional sports surcharge, taxes, and fees. Internet speeds may vary, and monthly usage allowance applies. Additional restrictions may apply. Not available in all areas. Call Mediacom for more details. Mediacom Super...
This is a Minute with Paul DeMarco, your quick look at Alabama politics. The state of Nebraska recently became the first in the nation to use the drug fentanyl as part of a death penalty execution. States around the country have had trouble finding drugs to use in executions because of opposition from the companies that produce the drugs. These companies have been pressured by death penalty opponents to deny access to these drugs for use by state governments. Other states around the country are now looking at alternatives to lethal injection, such as Tennessee, who could use the electric chair, and Utah, which approved firing squads. Alabama has gone a different direction. And while lethal injection is still the primary method of execution in the state, the Alabama legislature passed a bill that the governor signed into law this year that allows for nitrogen gas to be used to execute if the drugs used for lethal injection are unavailable or their use ruled unconstitutional. Look for other states to follow Alabama's lead as drug companies and death penalty opponents continue to put up roadblocks for the drugs used in lethal injection. This has been A Minute with Paul DeMarco.
Thank you, Paul. I had our other guy ready, and for some reason I decided to go to heaven or hell, one or the other. I don't know where it decided to go, but it didn't decide to go on WOPP. Now we have Steve Flowers. I believe we got Steve Flowers. Well, I still got the other one going too. How'd that happen? I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to kill all of it. That's the problem. We've got too many things in the computer, I think. There we go. Now let's try it again. Let's go to email. Let's go to, where did I find Steve a moment ago? First of all, it should have already been put somewhere else, but it didn't get there. I don't know why, but we'll take care of that later. There's Steve Marshall. I'm looking for the man with the plan in politics, and now I can't find him. There we go. This Week in Alabama Politics. We get it, and we click this here. All right. Now I think we're going to get it, but we're going to be about 2 minutes late going to the news, but that's okay. We think this ought to be played. Old Steve's pretty good, I tell you. Now, one more click. You have to go around the world to get him. All right. Steve Flowers. Too many clicks. The audio is from another source. You didn't kill that other one.
I'm Steve Flowers, and welcome to This Week in Alabama Politics. Folks, Labor Day is upcoming on Monday. It is a benchmark day for campaign season to start. Historically, Labor Day barbecues have been events where political campaigns begin. Camp stew and barbecued pork are devoured while you listen to politicians promise how they're going to bring home the pork. The most legendary political Labor Day barbecue have been held in northwest corner of the state. There were two monumental legendary barbecue events in that neck of the woods. They were a must-go-to event for aspiring and veteran politicians, both locally and statewide. The Terry Family Reunion in Lawrence County is where the large Terry family originated. Actually, a good many of the folks that attend are people in Lawrence County and akin to each other through the large Terry family. Every serious candidate for governor or major statewide office made a Terry barbecue. It lasted all day. Some would arrive in helicopters, which garnered attention. Legendary icons like Big Jim Folsom, George Wallace, Bill Baxley, Albert Brewer, and Howell Heflin attended every year. Another Labor Day barbecue was held in that area, which was just as important and not quite as big and wide open.
Yeah. Trying to get this network news ready, and it clicked it off. This, ladies, will not happen again. Y'all will have it posted like it's supposed to be, ladies. And make it simple and easy. They got it posted, but they don't have the date. So the news playing something you don't have the date on. You know, you gotta have the date, man. Alabama headlines. I had it and then lost it again. Week in politics.
Get you to take your finger off the button until he's through.
Yeah, but then I won't have time to get the network news up, you know? That's the problem. This system works if people have it ready, but it's not ready, and then it doesn't work when it's not ready. And it wasn't ready for me this morning. Okay, this Week in Politics. Now we'll try it again.
mention legendary icons like Big Jim Thorpe,
There we go. That's pretty close.
George Wallace, Bill Baxley, Albert
I'm not going
Brewer,
to touch
and
it.
Howell
Well.
Heflin attended every year. Another Labor Day barbecue was held in that area, which was just as important and not quite as big and wide open as the Terry event. The legendary L.O. Bishop of Colbert County was known for having a Labor Day barbecue bash. His event was big but more select. L.O. was, and has been for 60 years, a leader in the Alabama Farmers Federation. L.O. Bishop and Howell Heflin were best friends. Heflin became the best friend the Alabama farmer had. Judge Heflin became chairman of the Senate Agriculture Committee. He did a yeoman's job for Alabama agriculture. Senator Heflin was from Colbert County. He was renowned for being a great lawyer, storyteller, and judge. Being from Northwest Alabama, he made the event of his best friend L.O. Bishop and the Terry family reunion. He not only made both those events, he stayed there all day. He grazed and ate barbecue all day long. Judge loved to eat, and he really loved barbecue. You can tell he liked to eat from his large, rotund physique. He considered himself a connoisseur of barbecue. In fact, he toured the state every year, and he planned his schedule so that he could eat at his favorite barbecue places in every corner of the state. When he gets through eating a plate of pork or ribs, he'd smack his lips, sigh, wipe his face with his handkerchief, and say, "That's some mighty fine barbecue. It's almost as good as L.O. Bishop's." During the dog days of summer, Democratic nominee for governor Wopp-Live has been trying to coach Kay Ivey in debating. Well, folks, you can bet your bottom dollar Kay Ivey ain't going to get caught in that trap. You won't see a gubernatorial debate between now and November. Governor Kay Ivey has everything to lose and nothing to gain. She's in the catbird seat. She's an incumbent Republican governor in a very Republican state. She's sitting in the governor's office and can sit back and look gubernatorial, cut ribbons, and claim credit for every new industrial announcement, whether she has anything to do with it or not. She'll stay on the script and not make any waves. Snaggers to a football team that's 30 points ahead in the fourth quarter. You will not see that team's